So, this is exciting. You are thinking about or looking into becoming a mobile dental hygienist. So, otherwise known as an independent dental hygienist, where you go into clients' homes or into nursing homes and you perform dental hygiene services. How does this work? So, you're no longer working with a dentist, you don't have a boss, you are the boss. But it can probably seem very overwhelming of what kind of supplies, equipment do I need? How do I get started? Who do I reach out to? How does this work? So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you a step by step. So I first became a mobile dental hygienist, I would say in 2018, and I literally did not know where to start. I was the only one at the time who was doing it really. There were a couple other mobile dental hygienists out there, but I would try to reach out to them to ask them questions, but they weren't very helpful. They didn't want to take the time to help me, and it's not hard, but you do have to kind of know the step by steps of what to do so you don't end up doing the wrong thing, right? So, the first thing to do is reach out or look into your local dental hygiene association. So, I have lived in Ontario. I now live in Manitoba. The rules are slightly different depending on where you're going to practice. Okay. So, just kind of reach out to them and say you're looking to becoming an independent dental hygienist. Where do they suggest you get started? They might refer you to business courses, they might refer you to forms to look out to, but it's just to kind of get the process started, right? But another thing you're going to have to think about is when you see your clients, are you going to ask them to pay you cash only or are you going to deal with their insurance company? I was a cash only person at first, but I found patients just didn't want to pay $300 cash for their teeth cleaning. It's not like they didn't trust me, but they wanted me to go through their insurance. But at the time, I thought it was too confusing, too overwhelming. I didn't want to go through insurance, but it's not hard. So I suggest you do this. For you to go through insurance, I'm talking specifically here in Canada, you need to go through the CDHA. They have an insurance network where you can submit claims electronically. So don't worry, I'm going to leave these links for you guys down below to kind of look into. And I do have a full course, the Mobile RDH Academy, if you want even more step by steps, where I basically hold your hand and show you exactly what to do. But this is kind of a general overall. So you're going to look into the CDHA, and they kind of list step by step of who to call and what to do. So basically, you need to reach out to the main insurance processor hub to give them your name, address. You need to have your own office number, even though you are mobile. So that's for your home, but you need to have your own number to submit to. Okay. So you're going to be thinking about that. And again, don't worry if this seems too overwhelming for you. I can help, but I'm just giving you an idea of what to get started. But then, so you have the insurance part kind of thought about. You've reached out to your local association. Now, what about, do you need a master business license? Are you going to be a sole proprietor or are you going to be incorporated? So you need to reach out to an accountant who can help you with this because it's slightly different everywhere you go. Okay. As an example, I was able to be incorporated and just kind of add on my mobile dental hygiene business in Ontario because I'm a teacher and tutor online where I sell courses and all kinds of things. So it was more of an add on. I didn't have to sign up for anything new. I just added it on, and my accountant was able to help me with that. But in Manitoba, I cannot be incorporated as a dental professional, so I had to separate it. I had to reach out to a business lawyer through the advice of my accountant. So, the moral of the story here is talk to an accountant. They can let you know what to do business wise, the master business license wise, forms, all of that fun stuff. Please don't worry. I know it seems overwhelming, but it's worth it and it's really not bad once you get the process started. I promise you. The next thing is supplies and equipment. You're going to need all of your dental hygiene supplies and equipment, but in a portable way. So think masks, gloves, polishers, polish, instruments, safety glasses, a pair of loops, maybe a tray or table, a cart, a compressor unit with the air, the water, the suction. Do you want a Cavitron or a piezo? I'm just trying to think of things that I have here. A patient chair, a stool for you to sit on, Like I said, a little table or a shelf helps for when you set up everything in the patient's home, you have somewhere to put it. Think of all of that. Make a list, a step-by-step list really helps just to kind of get you started and going from there. Now, when I first started, I did take out a $25,000 business loan to get me started in order to buy my compressor, all of my equipment and supplies. I didn't get the best of everything because I simply couldn't afford it. But some of the things I do recommend is if you don't have one yet, getting yourself a laptop that can handle insurance claims. So when you're sending things electronically, but also on that laptop, you're going to keep that for your patient's charts and everything all in one place. Technically, you don't need a laptop. You could just use your computer and do it all that way, but then you just have to wait until you come home, right? Another thing that I do suggest is getting an intraoral camera. I get mine on Amazon, easy peasy. Patients love that. When they know you can't take x rays, well, that's fine. But to be able to show them what's happening inside their mouth is so helpful and it's portable. It's easy. Why not? Get a portable cordless polisher. I like the new Pro Freedom polisher instead of a heavy slow speed handpiece that you have to hook up with the Profi angle, Profi head. I just use a cordless polisher. That's an expense. I think it was 2 or $3,000 at the time. Worth it 110%, unless you don't mind getting a slow speed handpiece and a profi angle, having to hook it up to your compressor unit each time. But a handpiece is expensive too, right? So why not put that money towards a cordless polisher? So much easier, and kids like it so much more because it doesn't make noise like a handpiece. Um, Other things that are sooner rather than later that you have to purchase is going to be a chair for your patient, a stool for yourself, your compressor unit. I paid about $8,000 for the air, the water, the suction. My piezo unit, that was about 2,000 depending on what system you want. My supplies, equipment, masks, bibs, prophy paste, all of that. If you're going to sterilize in your home, you need a sterilizer plus pouches and all of that. So things to think about, right? But feel free to reach out to me if you need help. And I do offer a course, Mobile RDH Academy, where I go through everything step by step in videos and I tell you exactly what to do first, second, third, and fourth. I've been doing this since 2018 and I do update that course every single year. So you also know how I started, what worked for me and what didn't, and then how I'm doing now and what I'm currently doing. Perfect for those who want a mobile dental hygiene business. So let me know if you need any help, you guys. Good luck. Having a mobile dental hygiene business is amazing. You can see clients in their own homes, nursing homes. It's truly a fantastic thing, and you work for yourself. You're your own boss. So who doesn't love that, right? But it's not for everybody. It's not a 9 to 5 job. You might be working on Saturdays or Sundays or evenings. You don't have to, but that's when I find patients are the most available and really appreciate you is if you work with their schedule. But it's kind of another video for another day, but it's still so much better than working in a dental office, in my opinion. I used to make $45 per hour. This was a while ago, of course. Now I make $300 per hour or however much I'm billing my patient. Yes, there's business expenses, there's all of that, but I still make more money doing things on my own. But I have to find my own clients. So if you don't like marketing or advertising or talking about yourself on social media, it might be harder to find clients, right? But I can help you with all of that too. I go through the social media aspect for you in the Mobile RDH Academy if you're interested. Okay. So comment if you need anything. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.